Ooh wee. Bitch, it's a beautiful Tuesday. How many of y'all, how many of y'all are having a wonderful day? I bet y'all hope so. Uh-huh. Because everything's beautiful around here. Wishing all the ladies an exquisite Tuesday. Y'all miss me or not? Oh, no limitations. Just a whole lot of craziness. Not even just in the blogs, but around here to the YouTube too. And it's certain things that certain energies are out or abroad. I don't want no parts of it. And so I don't even like to be on the same set around that type of energy. Um, but wow, if I could just say That what you don't matter. Listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all as a witness, right? Everything we go through is for a reason. Everything. You got to count it all in stride. As a matter of fact, what don't kill you, make you stronger. Y'all remember that? Y'all remember that? What don't kill you, oh bitch, it makes you stronger. And what's meant to be will be. It will be. It will be. Hard work, ooh bitch. I'm telling you, it pays off. Patience, it's a virtue. Gotta have it. Right. So no matter what you're going through, remember that it is all for a reason. Always. So I really just came out to tell y'all I love y'all. And I'm good. I've got several emails and DMs worried about me. Why do y'all be worried about a boss? Don't be worried about a goddess. She's great, right? If I'm in meditation mode, it's for a reason. Meditation, manifestation, it all goes hand in hand. Simple. And so when the energy ain't right, I don't come out. That's just how it goes. That's the new local, the new and improved local. Ain't nobody gonna come out and jibber jabber and talk a bunch of bullshit. Nah. When we come out, it's for a reason. Got something to talk about, got a point we got to make, and that's it. Now, as far as these midday shows, 1 second, y'all. I think I'm gonna revamp these midday shows. We've been doing this for a year. And let me tell you what I've observed. It always takes the smaller cat, to come in and show the older cats the new way. And so just like a cat in a pack or a dog or wolf in a pack, they're gonna adhere to the strongest, the most energetic, the most clever cat in the pack. So we've been doing these midday shows for a year. And I'm like, okay, first of all, this channel has been stuck on 900 and some. I know it's been a good 2 months. And we can use the word stuck, but we know exactly what it really is. Right? So I don't like to stay stagnant. And when I look back, I like to see growth. So I'm seeing like up and down, a fluctuating small number. I don't like that. Okay. Anything I get into, it needs to hit the Richter every time, every single time. So I'm not saying that these midday shows will be discontinued, but I will tell you that if you look around, because I made sure that I left midday shows from a year ago on the bigger platform so that you could be a witness to that. We've been doing this. Now you can look at some of the channels that have 20, 30, 40, 100,000 subscribers. They are all now using the Shade Room, the Neighborhood Talk, and doing commentary just like me. But y'all know the difference. Y'all know the truth. The truth is, when I start doing it, I was the only one doing it. I mean, the only one. That's the reason why I did it, because nobody was doing it. So once again, Old Loca has started a trend that she will never get credit for. And it's okay. That's just who I am in my core. That's part of my purpose. A trendsetter, an inspiration, an eye-opener, a force. So congratulations to all of the bigger channels who have learned a thing or two from a smaller channel like myself. You're welcome. So I intend to maybe shorten them, revamp them, and kind of elevate them, so to speak, so that they can grow. Now, after I've done all I can for the numbers, if that's not successful, then maybe we'll go ahead and discontinue the midday shows. I mean, shit, you can pretty much find them everywhere on everybody's channel in this day. They're all doing the same thing, and y'all know I don't like that. So, happy Tuesday to everybody. Shout out to all the ladies in the room. Y'all know it's a beautiful day. Now, do have a couple of announcements that I'd like to make. So I've been busy behind the scenes. Okay. In this time, I've been trying to take some initiative and acknowledge, right? Because when you go through what I went through, you got to sit back and observe who's for you, who ain't, who been there, who ain't, who riding, who ain't, who's real, who ain't, right? So I've been doing that. And pretty much, if you are one of those people, you already heard from me. Okay? It's just called giving back. So I have spent a lot of coin in preparation to show my appreciation for the ladies. Believe that. When you're part of the best, you deserve nothing but the best, bitch. And I mean nothing but the best. And so as the funds come in, I'll be mailing out that motherfucking postage. It's about as high as gas, bitch. Now I've already, issued out a few things. Renee, I need you to call me. But that postage about high as gas. Okay. And keep in mind, it's new for me because I don't, I'd rather just, usually just give you a cash app or shout you out or whatever like that. But in this day, what you get is what you get. So if you've been going out your way, I don't forget nothing. And I'm counting it all as joy. It's all been recorded in this mind state here. And I know who's what and what is what. And so in other words, it's always going to be a stampede of herd of buffalo when the getting is good, right? So when shit's going all good, of course, everybody going to be around. Everybody. I've showed you on this channel all of the people that are now my ops, my opponents, my opposite, who were all once over here when everything was gravy. But there are some people that are weak, like, they blow away like the wind. They wither away like acid. When the going gets rough, I said, is when you can separate the real from the fake. What great do you know that ain't never been through nothing? If they ain't never been through nothing, bitch, they ain't no great. It's absolutely inevitable. It's absolutely necessary that if you title yourself a great, a goddess, the anointed, that you go through something. Everything that matters has a testimony or two. My job is to make sure that you can always count on me. Now, bitch, I said don't depend on me. I told y'all that. Don't depend on me because I'm flighty, I'm moody, I'm shady. Sometimes I just don't want to be bothered. I go in my cocoon and that's where I be at. But when it comes to putting your money on something, bitch, you better spend it wisely. I would advise all to keep that coin on me. No matter what it is, I'm going to win. No matter how long it takes, I'm going to prosper. I'm always come out on top. My entire life testimony has spoke for itself. No matter what I've been through, with the grace of the righteous gods, bitch, I always make it out. Understand that. So all you fake fucks, they showed me who you was when the going was tough and the getting got rough. Mother made you and motherfuck you. I'm going to be doubling up on my mods just to make sure that if you peep around here, pop out at any given time, bitch, you out of here. Don't want you around. Don't care who you are. You won't get to enjoy or reap the benefits of the good old times, because, bitch, you didn't act right when the times got rough. That's all. Shout out to all the ladies in the room. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Oh, we in here. It's a beautiful Tuesday. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And so we're going to get into a little bit of the celebrity news. I don't want to exceed 1 hour, okay? Got to keep it within the time frame for the one time. So we're going to get into this midday news. Catch up with the catch up. Thumbs me up if you don't mind. Shout out to all the ladies because we in here. Now, what do we talk about around here a lot, right? Now, first, before we do this, I do want to tell y'all about what has really gotten my attention. Man, I'm almost positive it's the energy, right? So a couple of days ago, I found this channel. You guys know that I don't really hang in people's chat. You gotta really be talking about something. You gotta really have it going on for me to pop up in your chat, right? So I have found this channel. Oh my God. This channel, y'all, it's called Black Magic. The latest video, you can find me all through the comments going crazy because that was just what the spirit was giving. They talked about the Anunnaki and, upper echelons. They talked about aliens and the black masses, regular people, regular Nietzsche's. So you think. By just first sight, you look at him with his toboggan on that said Pontiac and his wife beater on that looked like a regular t-shirt. This man had infinite knowledge, and so did the host. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And when you are a certain type of species and you recognize that there are other species out there that's just like you, oh boy, I can't explain the feeling. I can't explain the goosebump that comes around about when you realize that the truth has been prevailed. It's out here. People are waking up. People that look just like me and you, able to articulate and demonstrate knowledge unimaginable. Things that you wouldn't even be able to fathom them to be able to speak. They speaking it. Oh, bitch, in this day, they talking that talk. And if we can come together as a collective and walk that walk, oh, man, I don't think y'all understand. So when I heard this video, and this live was about 2 hours long, I had to meditate for a second. I had to sit in my thoughts because it was a confirmation that everything, even though we don't do it often, but I try to include the truth in about everything that I talk about. If I'm coming to roast, it's going to be truth involved. If I'm coming to rip, it's truth involved. If I'm coming to commentate, still based on truth, even through these midday shows, the truth is involved. And so to hear that type of knowledge, and keep in mind, it was a good 5,000 people in the chat, which let me know that people are thirsty. They're thirsty for the truth. Spirit is waking up people day by day. Now, don't forget, many shall seek, but few shall find. It's not meant for everybody. A lot of individuals don't have the soul to match. But the soul man that walks this earth, the man of melanin that also has a soul, he is being urged by spirit to wake up, to do the work, not just take in the knowledge, but to do the work. And so when I heard these kings and queens in the chat, man, you would have thought that I was a fan when I don't know them people, never heard of them. I just know the truth. It was almost like that you are not alone moment, bitch. I ain't the only one out here talking about aliens, pyramids, and melanin. Baby, it's everywhere. And it's levels to this shit. Major levels. Some individuals seem as if they were sent here from another planet to relay the message. And then there are individuals like me who have memory triggers, times of euphoria. I can remember certain things, but can't quite put my finger on it. And so Spirit is making sure that I'm reunited with my peoples. Now, that could be a good or a bad thing for the beloved dub sector. I'm only going to dwindle where my purpose is served. Confirmation, ooh-wee, it's everything. Some of the most intelligent individuals in the world who have that dumb strength, that psychotic intelligence that's so smart that they're dangerous, so intelligent that they're wicked. Those will be the ones that's destroyed. Instead of using their intelligence for the greater good, applying it to the things that count, they'd rather run around in real life and on this internet causing havoc for their own people, still bowing down to the enemy, aka the others, but put here by spirit, no man, to distract you, tear you down, harm you. Those will be the ones that are destroyed. When I tell y'all it's a beautiful day, you're going to find out later. It's a beautiful day. Now, how important is melanin? Well, I think we've touched on it many times around here, right? And I'm going to take my time. Y'all give me 1 second. I'm going to take my time. I really don't want to see nothing but flames. Bitch, I said it's a beautiful day. And so how important is melanin? Is this agenda that I speak on quite often really real? Well, all you have to do is look in front of you. White couple under fire after giving birth to 2 Black twin girls via in vitro fertilization. It's really wild out here, says the neighborhood talk. A white couple is under fire after they gave birth to 2 Black girl twins via IVF. The couple experienced a miscarriage back in 2022 and decided to go to the IVF route. While this is completely normal, it's weird that they choose 2 Black embryos and Black sperm to have the children. Apparently, the 2 embryos were at risk of being trashed because the original donor never used them. The girls are 100% Black, but were born into a white family from a white womb. The couple already have 4 white children biologically. Many people have called the couple out on Twitter for this birth, which they seem racist and unethical. Ladies, how y'all feeling? It's happening. It's happening. It's here, and the time is now. We didn't say adopt it. We didn't say fostered. We said gave birth. Now we know that there's one particular woman, race of woman, who is the Alpha and the Omega, that can actually throw out any shade of baby that she can manifest in her mind. She would be the so-called black woman. She can have a baby with gray eyes, blue eyes, hazel eyes, brown eyes, even green eyes. Her baby can be dark as the richest soil that you pot your plants with, to as light as the deserts in Vegas, or as white as the snow. Just depends. That would be the black woman. So in this day, they have found a way for the white womb to nurture and birth two black babies. Very dangerous game being played here. It's all about trickery and fuckery. God bless the souls of them two babies that will be raised and upbrought by a predominantly white family, already having 4 white siblings, kind of like a science project, so to speak. Hope that they rise in their power. I do, because this is a mess here. Okay. So here's a closer look at the black babies and the white mother. Now, I'm not saying that a white mother could not love black babies. I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm saying it's unethical. I'm saying it's strange and suspicious. So the mother and the parents write a statement. They say, "We are so grateful for investing your time and talent in helping us tell our story. I still stare at these girls' faces," says the mother, "and I can't even believe it, right? That they've made it safe and sound and that I have the honor of being their dad," says the father. "They are adorable," he says, "and I just want to share and stare into their beautiful eyes all day." What a wonderful thing God is doing in our building and in building our home right now. He said God did this, right? I am incredibly grateful to so many people for their help and support, but far above anyone else, the Lord, we all know what the etymology or correct terminology of the Lord is, right? So he's right. His Lord has made this possible. Mom, a doula herself, labored hard and delivered both girls at home. Some special circumstances led her to the hospital afterwards, but everyone is back home safe and sound, says the blog. This was the first twin home birth. They had it at home. Home birth. I was witness to, and to make it even more unique, they are from adopted embryos. Big sister was on hand and a constant help. Bliss Birth Services is always a pleasure to be with. I can't wait to share their birth video with you all and to have them in my studio, which is really a studio, okay? Study room, studio, same thing, for a newborn session soon. Now, the first thing that I find strange and suspicious about this picture, they love to show you the white woman bonding with her children, right? Rarely do they ever show you the black woman that bonds with her children after birth. A couple of things that the masses may not know is that the light that is shined on the baby is very dangerous. We talked about this many times before. It actually shocks the pineal gland. Notice that they had this baby at home, which means that the light did not shock the gland. They also are showing you this mother bonding with these Black babies. They never show you that with the Black woman, right? I did notice that one of the babies has her fingers in her mouth. She must have very strong discernment. Oh, God bless those kids. They used the sperm of a Black man and the egg of a Black woman to create the embryo. From there, the embryo was placed into the woman. The babies are not biologically hers, and they are not biologically white or mixed. Pretend she was a surrogate, except she is keeping them, says the article. Justice for Amir says, I don't care what y'all say. A white woman and her white husband being 1000% okay with using Black embryos so they can have Black children is weird and not okay. Right. So the people is talking. Okay. So the lady who adopted Black embryos is wild and disgusting, says Kodak Black Air Forces. I don't care what you say. This is the language her friend used. It's peak white saviorism and fetishism of Black bodies to its peak. If she was so concerned with adopting, there are plenty of Black kids already born. Ooh, child. So there was a photographer there because they almost knew that this story would make headlines. Corey Graybill Photography says, I had the honor of being present at a beautiful birth this past weekend. These two precious girls took their sweet time and waited until over 40. And then there's more to read on the article. Okay. And then this is some days later. And it actually shows the mother here with these two beautiful Black babies. Oh boy. I can tell you right now, our race is in trouble. Okay. We're in trouble. It's absolutely necessary that we speak up, give our opinions, say what's on our spirit about this type of hypocrisy. Okay. You can love who you want to love. Okay. You can surround yourself by whomever you would love to surround yourself by. But the moral value of this is dangerous. Already being a race that is subject to be murdered at any given time, poisoned at any given time, jailed at any given time. The last thing we need is non-melanated women giving birth to melanated babies. I'm just saying. Shout out to all the ladies in the room. If you want to follow up with that story, you can find it right on the Neighborhood Talk. Okay. It was done around March the 13th. So you'll have to go back. Okay. But if you just happen to Google up, you will see that there are several stories of white women. Doesn't seem like any other race is interested on delivering melanated babies. It seems to be a common thing for the white woman to want to be able to conceive and birth Black babies. Moving on. So as we move on, okay, that's not the only thing that's causing a bit of cultural chaos. Okay, Now, the last midday show we did, I played a song a couple of times where Nicki Minaj had done a verse, okay? Um, and of course, we know the song has already reached the top of the charts, right? But I want to point out a little something else, okay? I feel like that there are a lot of subliminal messages involved in the video that Nicki Minaj did with this young lady named Coy Leray or something like that. Let's move on. So I'm going to mute this, okay? Well, nah, fuck it. Okay, let's play it.
Yes, Charlie. Yes.
About the subliminals and the deeper message in this video with the iconic, beautiful Nicki Minaj. Okay. We know that they always have to uplift the non-melanated women. Now, there is a cultural bias here, okay? Just because somebody says the word Nigga real good and real thug-like and real ghetto, just because they talk like a thug or talk like they're from the hood, just because they dress like they're from the hood, or, you know, they might carry a few guns or do a few drugs. Listen, that does not mean that they are Black. Some of the main infiltrators don't have a drop of melanin in them, okay? And that would be called cultural appropriation. So there's already been a surface confusion going on. So now if you talk Black and act Black, you get a pass to say the word Igga. Not where I'm from. You say it, you suffer the consequences. I wouldn't give a damn if you had black dogs, black feet, and black gums, bitch. You better not let that word nigga come up out your mouth. Not in my presence or the people that I hang around. Not in my neighborhood, bitch. I don't give a damn what you are. You can be Dominican, you can be Mexican, you can be white, you can be green, you can be mixed. Nigga, if you don't look like me, if your mama and daddy ain't Black like mine, bitch, you better not say that word or somebody gonna have to help you up off the floor. But what the media does, it pushes people to get more comfortable with other nationalities acting just like you. Dressing just like you, dancing, talking, walking just like you. They already want your man. They want to have Black babies. They want to be Black real, real bad. The only way that they could be successful with that is if you accept it. You got to accept it. Up until this point, up until this emphasis on media and blogs and social anxiety, so to speak, there was no accepting, right? Even if a non-melanated person walked through a melanated neighborhood, all the melanateds would stop and look at them like they were an alien. Because you knew that they weren't supposed to be in your neighborhood. Don't know white people, green people live here. Fuck you doing around here? We wouldn't disrespect them. Oh, but we look at them like they out of place, bitch. Oh, bitch, you out of place. You know somebody around here? You don't belong around here. We should have kept it that way. Because now, you know the old saying, you give it an inch. And that don't just go for Iggas. That goes for any species. You give it an inch, it's going to take a mile. So what better way to blow up somebody like this young lady who is non-melanated, named Coy Leray, than to stand her side by side by the great, iconic, super stupid, talented Nicki Minaj. It's almost like Nicki is being used. Just like they did with 6ix9ine, just like they did with Cardi B, just like they did with Eminem, just like they did with Vanilla Ice. They let these individuals build their status or statue up off the back or the image of already established successful melanated women. Why is that? Why are we allowing this? This young lady, I wouldn't give a damn who she kin to, none of that. We know what we know. And so we realized last week that Nikki kind of took over this song. Most melanin does. So you have to stand it by the icon, and it will share the light and the benefits of the icon. Let's take a listen.
Niggas that really spin your block with the crease and the text through. With Jeff Bezos.
You can't tell them apart. You cannot tell them apart. Okay. They are not entirely black. No, ma'am, Lucy. Sorry. Benzino is not even black. Okay. You know, that's the problem. Integrating multicultural people, biracial people, and calling them black. That's where it starts. That's the problem. So as I mentioned, it can only be accepted. It can only go on if we accept it. We absolutely need to point out the difference and keep it that way. Okay? Just because you walk black, just because your hair curls up, that don't mean you black. Because you can say good black words, don't mean you black. Because you can do a little black dance, that don't mean you black, period. So we've seen this over and over and over and over again. Let's take a look at another article. Mulatto. Thank you, Kanisha. Biracial is not black. And I don't know how many times I have to say that. That's the problem. They are diluting the relevancy of melanin, black people, and replacing it with what they want you to believe is black. Period. Mulatto is another one. Mulatto, which is an elder terminology for biracial. She is also being accepted in the melanated community as a black woman. She is not a black woman. She got the cakes. She got them clappers. She can dance. Her voice is deep. She can rap, but she is also an infiltrator. Having a black father, a white mother, she is biracial. So this is the infiltration that has been going on for the last 20 years in the hip hop rap game. And they use your music industry to enforce this infiltration or this appropriation. Manipulation, whatever fucking word you want to use, it all is the same. Drake. Oh, and I could really do a whole video about Drake. Drake is a whole sacrifice. Okay. And if you notice, now that Drake has reached his level of eliteness, he's not in tune with the melanated people like he was when he was trying to climb to where he's at. That's the point I'm trying to make. I don't want to go back and forth or dispute about everybody who we already know is biracial. What I'm trying to prove is that these biracials and multicultural non-melanated people have to stand next to, okay, be lifted up by, imitate the actual melanated people to get where they're at. That's the point that I'm trying to make. Don't misunderstand, please. And so Drake being one of them. You used to could find Drake on every collab, on every black person song, from Lil Wayne to Rick Ross to Future. You don't rarely see that anymore because he does not need them anymore. He's already successfully infiltrated the Degrassi High little mixed kid. has now been uplifted and accepted by the Black people as one of their own. He's actually one of the first ones to do it in the rap game. Okay, because for a very long time, the rap game had its locked down. Like, y'all done took everything else. We ain't having it. Okay. And so in this day, it's a bit different. It is changing right in front of our face, and it's getting bad. It's getting worse. And the whole entire point of me showing you the white mother with the Black babies, not because I'm saying that she don't love them. She might. You got some weird people out here. She might love them. Okay. But what I'm saying is that it's unethical. It's strange and suspicious. It doesn't make sense. You want to reproduce your own. You want to reproduce your own kind. Ain't no way that I want to birth 2 Spanish babies. Love you, Spanish people. I think we can build together. But I don't want to have one of you. God made me to reproduce my own kind. So you have to be able to question the play. That's the first thing you got to do is question the play. Finally, I want to touch on this before we move on. Shout out to all the ladies in the room for the one time. Kodak Black, right? You guys think that cloning centers aren't real just because you ain't never been to one, because you can't tell me what the address is, right? Because you didn't see it happen. You don't think that the cloning centers are real. So I guess Eisenhower was never president, right? Actually, cloning centers have been in full effect since 1944. Okay. Michael Jackson was a clone. You didn't know it though. You just thought he lost his mind. Right. And so people like Gucci, Dave Chappelle, I'm going to say it again to y'all, go do your own research and grasp it. People like Gucci, Dave Chappelle, NBA Youngboy, they are all clones. Biden, okay, all clones. They've been playing in your face for quite some time. As a matter of fact, it's a game for them in this moment. Kodak Black being one of the clones. Okay. Very, I'm talking, if you talk thug, then you know that this young man was a natural for this rap game. To use you. That's what made rap so relatable, because everybody's been through struggle, especially if you have been oppressed by the enemy or the others. If you are melanated, you don't have to know or understand everything he's saying. Something in his spirit is going to resonate with what's going on in your spirit. And so when this boy was a kid, I was already 2 times his age, but I could resonate with that melanin that led him. Very powerful young man, a millionaire, way in his young year, platinum after platinum after platinum song, power. Okay. And so the other's job is to come and snatch that power or be a part of it. So as you look at this young man, he has no soul. The eyes are bewildered a bit. They are lifeless. That is the first way that you can tell a clone. The twinkle leaves, that twinkle, that something in the eye, that twinkle in the eye, you can't find it. Okay. This article says Ray J introduced them. Now we already know Ray J was around Whitney Houston in her last moments of life. So we don't trust you, a Ray to the J. We know that you are a simp. And we know that you are a worker for the elites. Kodak Black finally meets Donald Trump after communication. Right. Let's take a look.
Good.
Now, those of you that are asleep might be saying, okay, so Kodak Black is around the former president, Donald Trump. Okay. Now, I'm going to give you Local's perspective. He is a pawn at this moment. He's a project, a science project. The elites They know that he is a clone. Why else would they have him around? And so secretively, because it's all a part of secret society, secretively, they know what's going on with him. So they're making a joke out of it. The cloned rapper, Kodak Black. Now, there are other articles involving this. He met up with the former president, Donald Trump, okay? But they also let him speak. And then they mentioned that he would be paying for the funerals of some tragedies that had happened in certain states. And I may not be able to find that article, you guys, but you can always go look for yourself. So they're saying that he's going to pay for some funerals of some people, and they pretty much had a political meeting. Some of the people that are in charge and will be in charge in this realm and the next realm, you know, the Draconians are using him as entertainment. Okay, so anytime you can stand with the elites, okay, and they are big upping you and promoting you and congratulating you, it's because they are done using you. Okay, they are pretty much showing off their clone. Okay, that's what that's about. You never seen this before he got jailed. Okay, is this one of them? Is this the one? No, this is not the one. But when you find the article, you'll be able to see him standing there and looking a bit lost in the eyes, and they're pretty much passing him, pushing him from one politician to the next. And that's because, you know, they know what's going on with this young man. They know that the real Kodak Black, he died maybe a year or so ago. You are now in tune with the clone. Okay. And so even if they are flagging, that's okay. We're not going to be too long. We have another live scheduled on the other channel later on. Okay. And so another part of the agenda, right, is the Caitlyn Jenner scenario. Okay. That's also a part of the agenda, pushing whatever this is. Okay. Caitlyn Jenner slams criticism of trans athlete stance. I had the balls to stand up for women in sports, says Caitlyn. Now, a lot of people might not know, Caitlyn was actually one of the Olympic greats back in her prime. Okay. Caitlyn Jenner did an interview with Daily Mail and said trans women and girls should not play for trans teams. Okay. This is the same woman who has competed in women's golf tournament in the past. She believes in strict binary sex. Now, I'm going to tell y'all why Caitlyn needs her props, okay? First of all, she don't bother nobody. He can live his life how she wants to. I said he can live his life how she wants to. See the confusion involved? I didn't even mean to say that, bitch. Okay, but I'm confused. There's just a confusion. That's shit. So she can live her life how she wants. She got enough money and power, okay? And so I think she looks good to be a woman in the face. Now, when you start getting into that athletic body, then you're going to suspect a foul on the play. Okay, but as of right now, she good. And I like what she's saying right here. She's saying, I don't think biological boys should compete in women's sports. Okay, we have to protect women's sports. That's the bottom line. So standing ovation to Caitlyn, I mean, it all got to make sense somewhere. I don't give a damn what type of hormones you take. Your back span is still that of a man. A woman cannot compete. Your leg muscles is still that of a man. A woman cannot compete. And so Caitlyn is actually pulling out of the norm, going against the others, which would be herself, okay? She is one of them. But to actually have a voice and say, okay, being an ex-Olympian, okay, with many golden medals, platinum medals or whatever, winning championships, having been in the sports industry and the entertainment industry, I'm saying it's unfair. I'm against trans competing with biological women in any type of sport. Now, you got to give Caitlyn some credit for that. You got to give Caitlyn some credit. Let me put my hammer down for Caitlyn. I'm just saying, See, some of them do, have an objective or an opposing perspective that will actually benefit the people. Okay. Now that we're talking about that, this would be the last article. Shout out to all the ladies in the room. Happy Tuesday to everybody. Okay. Let's talk about there's more to this agenda, right? We call it out all the time. I don't believe in consistently repeating myself, but when trying to relay a message, man, sometimes you got to, okay? Sometimes you have to. So you all have heard of the City Girls. You know who the City Girls are, right? Now we got Saucy Santana is actually one of the first male trans, we'll call him a trans rapper, to actually be successful in the rap game. I mean, we know that T.S. Madison has opened a lot of doors for the trans community, but T.S. Madison ain't no rapper, okay? I mentioned to you on the last midday show that Young Thug opened up the gateway for trans to be able to enter the rap game, even though they've been doing it secretively for quite some time. We all heard the old vicious Illuminati stories about the secret sex scandals and, gay activities that go on in Hollywood and behind closed doors, just, for you to be able to be a superstar or a mega star, so to speak. Then, we've heard the Cat Williams stories and all of the Tupac stories about those sex scandals involving homosexuality. Okay. But Saucy Santana has been very open, very honest. Some of his best friends are women like Mulatto, like the City Girls. Okay. And so the City Girls Mulatto did a concert where she was twerking. Now I want you guys to look at this. Okay. Somebody had made a statement on another platform that I was watching, and they said that biological women in this day actually need transgenders. Flame in the chat if you agree, hammer in the chat if you don't. Why would we need what we created? Don't forget, we can accept the trans all we want to. We create them, okay? It's not the man that creates the woman or the girl or the boy. It's the woman, it's the woman that has to procreate the male or the female. So why would we need transgenders when they can't give life? Help me understand. Let's take a look. And so y'all know Saucy Santana. Okay, Saucy Santana he's got a rib or something removed. He done had some stomach work done, and he done got him some booty. Okay, and so he's so comfortable with his shit that he stand next to a biological woman and shake them cakes. Let's look at it again, because I'm gonna tell you, he's real good at shaking them cakes. Oh, he got it, bitch. See, that's how easy it is. That's how easy it is. That's how quick it happens, right? Taking over femininity, right? Now, we already know we've accepted it, or they wouldn't have made it this far, okay? You got to have a lot of, I can't say balls in this matter. God damn it. You got to have a lot of, what can I use? You got to have a lot of ovaries, bitch, to stand next to a biological with the cakes, because Mulatto got the cakes, bitch. She got them clappers, okay? As a trans, and shake your clappers. And I think he did better than her. I'm just being honest. Let's take a look again. Now I'm gonna say he did that. I ain't no hater, bitch. He worked that. And so we in trouble. This is how it goes down. This is how it happens. This is the beginning of a new world. For you, not for the son, but for you. In the next 10 years, you literally won't be able to tell. You're going to have to authentically ask for a fucking blood test. Because don't forget, you can't even ask for a birth certificate in this time, because now it is not required to put the gender of a baby in some states on the birth certificate. So you literally gonna have to ask for a fucking blood test to tell if somebody's man or woman. These trends are getting more and more feminine and more beautiful by the day. Confusion, trickery, and fuckery. I respect all beings, but I respect myself first. What in the world is going on? Oh, we got a nice old mukbanger, mucker bucking media tonight. If you really fuck with Loca, I would advise you, bitch, to be there. Come on in. Let me shout out Lucy Pooh for the one time. Much motherfucking love. And let me shout out my SG for the one time. Special shout out to all my mods and my ladies. Oh, it's going down tonight. I'm so excited. And I don't really get excited. It's a beautiful midday. And bitch, we ain't gonna have it no other way. If the sun ain't out where you are, bitch, you better be that sun. I'm gonna tell you, it's gloomy as a mucker bucker around here. Okay? That's all right. It ain't got nothing to do with what's going on in my spirit, in my realm. I'm wishing all y'all the best of day for the rest of the day. Set your reminder for the main channel. Thank you for tapping in with me on Blog Hawg with Loca in the midday. Until next time, girl, you know I'm a holler. Don't I always?